back there again yet.
Dude, watching Ian Bagg do his crowd work was...
That's all he does, right?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I could see after watching 4 shows, he does have bits, but he weaves them in so perfectly.
Yeah.
You can't tell they're bits. It looks like he's just...
Can you hear me
riffing
from here? Or do I need to...
I mean, closer would be better, but I can hear you. I'll just hold mine. You can scoot it all the way there. You probably raise it up.
Yeah, do that.
I don't know. Luke's doing it right. There you go. Yeah, perfect. All right. How are we going to start this?
I don't fucking know. I don't remember how to podcast anymore.
I don't either. It's been too long. It's like comedy. You get rusty.
Press the noise button.
The noise button would be good. It's already recording into the camera, but that's a good backup. And it lets me know how long we've been going.
Lead the way.
Big fellas.
It's your show.
Oh, no, we don't know. We don't run this show.
We are here today with Joe Bruno.
Joe Bruno. So you told me you've been doing music for a long time. How did you get into all that?
When I was a kid, man, my dad played drums.
Oh, I thought you were going to say wasn't around.
No. My parents did split up, but around the time they split up, it was around the time he bought me a drum set for my birthdays.
To piss the fuck off your mother?
Yeah.
God, what a move, right? That's a power move.
Get loud in the garage.
These are drums. Don't buy him those. He's going to be a musician.
Dude, I feel like the slide whistle is to music is what farts are to jokes. Like, I'm never going to be able to tell a joke that's funnier than just a well-planned fart. And it doesn't matter how good you get at music. That nails it every time. Yep. There's nothing better.
That does nail 85% of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It does. So what do you play? Just drums? Or are you...
I play drums. I've done guitar, too. Yeah, I play some guitar. And I got pretty good at guitar, not like lead and shit, but I could play rhythm. Like if I knew what was going on, I could.
God, if I knew the difference between lead and rhythm, that'd be amazing.
I could fill in for a band if
Okay.
But I don't have the gear for that. I'm mostly just drum stuff. But for a few years there, I had everything for fucking guitar, everything. Right now, I just got drums, and then my band guys, they all have their shit.
And what's your band's name?
False Report.
False Report.
Hey, go ahead and tell our 50 viewers.
50.
Yeah, we typically get about 50 views.
Oh, I thought we got 13.
On some.
That makes me feel.
I'd say 50 is average.
That's 50 new people.
Yeah, 50 new people.
Thank you, guys.
So what's the name of your band? You can tell them.
False Report.
Oh, okay, you already said that. False Report.
And then I play in a band called Why They Fight. We've been around forever. We never break up. We just quit talking to each other for 2 years at a time. And just randomly someone will be like, hey man,
my girlfriends.
You left something in the practice spot. You guys want to talk? And then it's like, yeah, fuck it. I got these new songs. Here's this new catalog. So in 2012 or 2022, we will turn 10. Because that's been a band since 2012.
Okay.
So,
how is it being in multiple bands? How do you fucking...
Multiple bands. I mean, as a drummer, I guess, because you have some bands where it's I don't know. I guess after a while you do this enough practicing wise where it's you have some bands that are crazy obsessed with practicing. Oh, we got to practice all the fucking time.
That's not what we take on the podcast.
But then you kind of get good enough where it's okay, I can just go practice by myself.
Okay, so we'll
show
get there.
up and have a practice where everything runs smooth because everyone practiced together.
Do you feel like as a drummer you get less pussy?
Yeah. No, I've been in a relationship for a very long time.
How long?
So, 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Jesus
Okay, up there with
Christ.
me, yeah.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I guess that part of music I haven't.
What's his name?
Cared about. It's my girlfriend. Delaney.
Yeah, well, what's his name? It's 2021. What's their name?
Delaney. She's amazing.
Delaney.
I didn't know you had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You don't talk about it.
She came to the Halloween party.
Did she?
Yeah. She brought a friend.
I was
John
very drunk
Brown
for
was
that.
digging on her friend. Yeah.
That was a shitty show, but I still liked it. Your crowd was great.
I was drunk.
Oh, dude.
Fuck.
Were you? I couldn't tell.
I was hammered.
I couldn't even tell.
I couldn't
That
even
clown
tell my
makeup on.
punchlines.
You got that clown makeup on.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
Dude, maybe that's the secret. Every time I get drunk, just put on clown makeup.
Yeah.
No one will know.
No one will care.
So if you're going to drink and drive, clown makeup.
Yeah.
And then go.
One time I was under the influence of alcohol and other substances, and I was wearing a Batman costume. Yeah, my Batman costume, where I wrote "Had a Bat Day" on it, and I had the noose around my neck. DUI checkpoint, passed it.
Oh yeah, because they're like, oh, this guy's
fucking guy's out of his mind.
That's crazy. They can't tell if you're drunk. They're just like, oh, he's a lunatic.
Just let this motherfucker go.
Right? I got away from a DUI once. I was going to the gym. I used to work out, believe it or not. Yeah, no.
And you got out of a DUI going to the gym.
Yeah.
Good God.
I got trashed.
That is a fucking mess of a sentence.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, I kept my car really clean at the time. So the car was super clean. I did have liquor in there, but I had a gym bag. So I'm sure when they looked through it all checked out visually, but I couldn't barely walk. If they had a DUI, if they had sobriety tested me, I'd have been fucked.
Wonder how Marshall Baker's doing.
I got to show up the Red Label Distillery, so as long as it's bomb as bad as you did, I think he's looking up.
No one could ever eat a bag of dicks as hard as I did there.
That seems like a lot of dick. You got a joke out of it,
Did I tell you about that?
What?
My show at Private Label Distillery. I told my second joke, and this woman told me that I went too far, and I told her to buckle the fuck up. And then I did 7 more minutes in bone-chilling silence. There's like a sorority and a bunch of old women there. There was one old dude with a Vietnam War hat on, and he's like just grinning and like, this guy's pissing off everybody.
I feel like even if you have a few people that love what you did, once they read the room as well, they're like, oh, I'm not laughing at this. Fuck that. You're dying on this alone. Even though people were pulling for you.
Because I almost thought for a minute that was the story at the block where the lady got mad, the lady who had autistic children. The one who got
that was that story.
Are you just pissing off autistic moms everywhere?
It's just this one lady. Fucking I guess I've pissed off 2 people with that joke now. But So after, like at the end of my set, I did my short bus joke, which is one of my like cleanest, best jokes I had. Not cleanest.
I was about to say I don't know about
crisp.
clean, but it is one of your best.
Crisp.
It's one of your tightest.
It's tight, yeah. And then I did that, and then I walked like 3 tables, and the lady that told me that I told to buckle the fuck up, she was the owner's wife, and she had 2 autistic kids. So now she's a part of my joke, and she doesn't want to hear it.
Right.
It's so much worse.
You should try to find her and go do it in front of her.
I do this whole fucking act out now, where like the head's going through her pussy, and like I'm drooling all over it, and like no wonder that pussy's strong. It has a bunch of drool spit all over it.
I haven't heard that.
Dude, I just added that
iteration
it's
of it.
It's good. I like it.
That's awesome. What else was I gonna say? I'm trying to get on that Private Label Distillery show.
Talk to Delgado.
I did. I messaged him last night. I was like, "Hey, let me get on there." He didn't message me back. So, love you, Delgado. He won't see this.
No, definitely.
Maybe I might share it. I'll share it. Shit.
Most people watch about the first 4 minutes and then click off.
Yeah,
That's a hard thing with podcasts, though.
I think if I wasn't lazy and actually clipped everything out, it'd help. But
Work.
you know, it's
Good. No, this is a running show. You gotta just go with the flow.
it's raw. Yeah, we just put it out there.
this is I'm fucking 5 beers deep today already. This is just who I am.
Yeah, you're getting to know us all right
I'm
now.
a piece of shit.
So by the time we make it, you'll be like, "Oh, look where they started." You know,
Yeah.
that was bad. How'd they afford those microphones?
I don't know, man. You're talking about moving the show to the comedy house.
Yeah,
That might ramp it up a little
crazier.
bit.
that's definitely the move.
Because we can do 4 at a time, so we could do 4 guests.
Yeah, we got those tables and everything.
I think that's the move.
It's a good room.
Yeah.
It's a cool.
Yeah.
The comedy house show thing is fucking cool.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. I just got way too drunk for the first one, and I felt bad about myself.
I know you called me,
And
I was like, "Luke, I've drank with you a lot. I've never heard you slur this hard."
Yeah. And then I fucking blew it. Like, I walked it because Hopeless wanted me to watch his set, like, sing the songs along, get everyone to sing. I walked upstairs to go grab a beer, and then these 2 chicks are like, "You're really funny." And I'm like, "I'm grabbing beer." And then I just walked back downstairs. And
Oh yeah, fuck singing those songs. You should have been
yeah.
railing
Oh
some
my
puss.
God.
That party was fun, man. I got some crazy neighbor of yours like yelled at me from a distance because I had my Santa suit
Bitch
on.
is a fucking cunt. cunt. I will put that on record. And her husband's a fucking pedophile. So yeah.
Well,
And what's your address? No, I'm just kidding.
my girlfriend and her friend, they were like, hey, we got here. Can you come outside? I was like, it's the house with the open sign, but I'll wait for you. I got the Santa suit on. Halloween and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm outside. And then in the distance, I'm like looking down the road and I'm just smoking a cig just by myself waiting. I'm like, they'll walk up. I think they're smoking weed in the car. They'll be up and smoke this cigarette. And in the distance, like far in the distance, like behind me, I just hear, hey, someone's in my fucking driveway, you motherfuckers, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? And I lurk.
Was someone get the wrong house?
See him, though. I couldn't see him. So I was just like, whatever. And so I didn't even acknowledge him. He's like, what are you, fucking deaf, you fucking idiot? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah, no,
was
those
yelling at me. And I was
lives
like,
are
what
hell.
what the fuck's going on? I was like, hey, man, I don't know. Like, if someone's in your lot, tell them. I don't know what to say. Because I don't think anyone was actually parked in their driveway. From what I understand, the dude parks in his yard and drives out into the street out of his yard.
Okay.
So, like, everyone parked, in front of yards like you do instead of the driveway. Everyone, I didn't see one car blocking a driveway. So I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Being a cunt.
And this dude's yelling about it. But apparently that's what I learned was this dude, like, drives his car in his yard because they have these, like, slanted sidewalks. So he just drives out of his yard instead of the driveway. And I guess
Sounds like that's on him.
So that dude has a daughter who's like 11 years old.
Oh, I was about to say,
And
you
she was
fucker.
on-
I guess that
she was
question's
on-
still valid.
She was on suicide watch, so they had cameras in her room, and then she had another 11-year-old girl over, and they were like finger fucking and making out, and the
Oh my
dad was
God.
watching it.
Ew.
Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit.
I mean, ew and yum. No, I'm just-
terrible.
can't find that on the web.
But that's what I
Pornhub
remember. So
slacking.
it was like, I don't know, like whatever house that is, tell people to avoid parking around that shit.
Oh, I did. We set up cones and fucking leisure, whatever the fuck however you say it, fucking ran over the parking cone.
That you put in front of his stuff for him or
Yeah.
whatever.
French
shit.
people can't drive. I mean,
Jay.
nah, he's from Louisiana. They can't drive.
He's
either.
not drunk enough to drive here.
He's not drunk enough. I need to go to one of those house parties, but in my mind, I'm like, what's your guys' rule on crashing there?
Yeah, we have like fucking
What on
10
Halloween?
couches.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
Halloween.
And we just set up bunk beds in our garage, so.
Oh, perfect. So I'm always like, I would love to go, but I know I'm going to get trashed,
No.
and I'm not pulling a Marshall Baker. That's going to be my new word for DUIs.
It was
I'm not
funny.
pulling a Marshall.
What's funny as shit was who was it? Funny guy. He lives up in Denver now, but he came to the party.
Quentin?
Quentin
Yeah.
came and like passed out on that beanbag
Beanbag.
chair, and then like a couple people had brought their dogs and shit with them. This dog just all cuddled up on like fucking Quentin, and Quentin's
That
just
wouldn't
like
bother
passed
me at
out,
all.
just
As
like-
long as nuts don't end up on my forehead.
Yeah.
Which it feels like that's the house.
I think they're
where
all
nuts
clipped.
could end up on my forehead.
No, the dogs are clipped.
I don't mean the dogs.
What do you mean?
Comics. Oh, he's passed out. Let's put my
Why would they do
balls on
that?
his forehead. Have you not hung out with men?
I don't know what you're talking
Maybe I hang out with gay men. I don't
You're
know.
getting
That's
a little out of hand
people
there.
who like the teabag. And
I mean, I
whatnot
think
and
the
all
only
that.
two people you'd have to worry about are Jason and Jordan.
really.
Yeah.
They seem like the.
They're flaming homosexuals.
Oh, that okay.
Jason
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Are you just putting that
Dude,
out there on the
no,
show?
yeah, I am. Jordan will call Jason, and Jason will get a phone call. Oh my goodness, Jordan's calling. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, they do seem like a good couple.
Yeah.
I'm not
Jason
gonna
has a
lie.
lot of chicks hanging out with him though.
Well, don't all gay people?
Yes, they do. Luke, straight as shit. Chicks hang out with him?
No.
Not many.
One's
Except one tonight. Watch out.
Crazy.
Except Cameron McKenzie.
Don't let her watch this.
Cameron McKenzie gets a lot of chicks though. That guy.
Yeah, well, he's also
crazy.
gay.
Is
Yeah, but he get like, dude,
He's
like
both.
there was like three. He's like bi. Or
Bye. It's 2021. You can
yeah,
be.
whatever. But he,
Yeah.
like, we had like 3 mics in a row where he like met chicks at those mics, and then that next mic I met him at was like, I went home with that chick. I was like, God damn, Cameron, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like 3 nights in a row.
Joe, you can speak to this as a performer and also someone who's been in a relationship a while. Do you ever do stuff and you're like, man, sucks I'm tied down tonight?
What's that?
Do you ever like go out and perform and like chicks around and you're like, really sucks I'm
not
got
really.
the ball and chain
I've just
tonight.
gotten. I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, because I feel like when I was young, when I was like 19, 20, 21, those years, like, yeah, there's a lot of, attention, chicks, partying, stuff come up. But like you get a little bit older and then, you either keep doing it or you kind of find a way where it's like, you know what, fuck it. I'd rather just be hanging out with like my core crew of friends. Like,
Yeah.
just be like, I'd rather be out smoking weed with a couple homies
Yeah.
than caring about any of that right now.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
I'd
one
rather
of
be-
But when you get off stage and hot pitch, just like all over you.
But it's like
annoying
annoying
thing.
because it's like I'm sweaty. I don't want to talk, and it's like I'm not even interested.
true.
I'm just like, you know what, dude? I just want to go find my homies and go smoke a bowl or
Yeah.
drink a beer.
I'll let you
or
finish your
whatever.
point and then I'll.
I was gonna say the most annoying thing in the fucking world is whenever your friends tell random people at bars that you're a comic, and then
yes.
they just ask you stupid horseshit questions for like an hour.
I mean, the
and a
first question is
I
always
was-
tell me a joke.
Yeah, exactly. I
pay
just
for a
had-
ticket.
No,
I don't.
Yeah.
I just had that the other night. I was at the Sheep and home. We were hanging. We were talking with some new people. We were smoking. I was talking about the mic, and they were like, "Yeah, Joe's a comic." Blah blah blah. And they were like, "Oh, some chick was in the circle, like, oh, tell me a joke." And
You can't do it. Like
don't
it takes
wanna hear any
atmosphere.
of
It
my
takes
jokes.
setups. I mean, they do, but maybe in the right.
I told him my
half.
vaccine.
Yeah,
I
but
told
like
him my-
just one-offs.
Yeah,
No, you don't want
just
to
not
hear
off the cuff.
one
I was
liner.
like, I just explained. I was like, yeah, I have this bit I do about vaccines, and like either someone wants to kill me in the crowd, or it goes pretty well. Like it goes one of two ways, and it's fun. And then that was about it. I was just like, I really like honestly like this whole thing's like an art and like a sport.
I mean,
if
I'm
you
kind of a
will.
one-liner guy anyway, so it's not too hard for me just to spit out a
Yeah,
joke
if you had
that
like
lasts
a
5,
easy,
6 seconds.
like, yeah.
I started,
But I
telling
still
them,
hate it.
Like my only popsicle joke I ever wrote. How do you say
What's a popsicle joke?
like a popsicle stick joke?
Oh, okay, I thought you meant like it meant something.
No, like how do you say orange in Chinese?
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
You've told me that. That's the only reason I guessed it.
That's this joke I tell people now because it's so fucking stupid, and I see how upset they look that I just said that.
What I've been doing, I've done this 3 times. People say, "Tell me a joke," and I just give them a Louis joke, and I steal the rape joke.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
It's not my joke, but you know, fuck it. I'm not on stage.
Yeah.
You're just asking me for jokes. Let me give you a great one.
Dude, this old dude that goes to the bar I go to, fucking nice guy, doesn't understand the concept of writing jokes. Because he's like, here's one I heard a while back that you could try using on stage. And it's this joke about fucking, like his father bought him a fireman's pole so that he'd grow up to become a fireman, and he never did, but his sister became a stripper. Which is like, that's okay.
I guess it's technically
still-
a joke, but it's technically a shitty joke.
Yeah,
But
it's,
that's one of the
shitty
things, too,
street
like,
joke.
Yeah.
Like on the other end of it, like the question about like you have people come up and ask you like, oh, once they find out you're a comic, oh, tell me a joke, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. But on the other end of it is also like people who try to tell you a joke. You know what I'm
God.
saying?
I
Like, the
can't-
people who
I can't
are,
listen
like,
to
the
that.
people who are like fucking, oh, you're a comic. Hey, I got this thing.
If
Let me tell you.
non-comics walk up, going, "Let me tell you a joke," no fucking thank you. I know it's going to be either rehashed bar jokes or it's going to suck dick. I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
it's usually
what we do
always
is,
like the someone walks into a bar,
Yeah.
blah, 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 and it's like, dude, what the?
but as comics, what we do is craft jokes in a bunch of different varieties. Someone just a normie that works at a bank goes, "Let me tell you a joke."
and they just
No,
got
thank
this-
you. Tell me how to get out of this mortgage.
Dude, I love when super drunk white dudes come up to me and just start telling me the most racist jokes of all
dude,
time.
dude,
yeah.
that's
I'm like,
great.
Bro,
No, I've had some guys tell me, like, I've had the thing too. Like I've had a show where I was out there talking and stuff, and we were just chatting, and then the comedy thing came up, and I was talking about it, and then they wanted to pitch a joke, and it was super super racist. And this dude, like, he was all like, he used the N word, and I was just like, I just stopped.
Go.
Him. I stopped him
No,
right there. No, well, I
that's
stopped
always my
him.
favorite.
No, I freaked out. I stopped him. I was like, "You're at the Black Sheep. Our sound guy's black. I can't have you saying this joke to me." It was like, I really don't like that. And then he made it all like, pulled out pictures of it, like, well, my niece and nephew's black. I can't be racist. I was like, well, yes, you can. Yes, you can. But like, honestly, I don't have time to hear this right now. And then, like, his friend that was with him was like super wasted, and he looked like he was gonna puke. And I did this crazy Superman move. There was a trash can outside. I saw this guy looking like he was gonna puke, and I just fucking grabbed this trash can, flung it in front of him, and then he just like
You do seem like the
projectile-
responsible guy at the party.
Projectile vomiting.
Somehow.
Well, no, I was just like looking around, like, okay, I gotta go. And this guy looks fucked up. So I was
Right.
like, does he need more water? What's going on? You're trying to tell me your crazy racist joke, and I'm not having it.
I mean, I do black jokes, and I'll have people walk up to me and be like, "Oh yeah, man, those N words are really." He's like, "Whoa, my jokes are racial. They're not racist."
I have a super racist joke.
I know.
My favorites.
I don't know if I know this one, but you have a couple.
The fucking I had a dream.
Yes.
You ever heard that one?
I don't know.
And I don't think
Did
that's.
you do
tell
it?
you
Did
it
you do it
after
out live or?
I've done it live a couple
I feel like that
times.
joke's not technically racist, but it's definitely racial.
Depends what crowd you're in, but also like we perform with a lot of black comics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and
What are you talking? We perform with a handful of black
mixed
comics.
people.
Of mixed people.
I think Brian Sullivan's the only black
Yeah.
comic.
Like when I went to Atlanta, I was like, oh, I'm around black comics. Here, I'm like, I'm the majority. In Atlanta, I was the minority by a lot. I was like, it's me and 2 other dudes. You guys are all black, which is fine.
I guess.
I mean, I liked them because they liked my jokes. If they hadn't, I'd have been more upset. They told me my joke was racist and I need to keep working on it, but it was funny. And I was like, good enough. Good enough.
Do you have any racist songs?
What's your most racist joke?
No, I mean I'm a drummer, so my shit's.
What does that mean?
I'm not the lyricist.
Oh, okay. So you're right. It's hard
I'm
to be
not the
racist with
lyricist.
tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hard to be racist.
But
You can play jazz.
I don't know. I think I don't know. Like I know, like in our songs, like even from back in the day, like lyric wise, there was always this idea of like, you know, making sure that the songs don't use, like you could have a song where you'd be like, about her or about him or about, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then, you know, over a while we just developed a thing where it was just like you know, so it couldn't be taken like, it's just gender neutral, like, you know what I'm saying?
Gender neutral songs.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be for anyone, you know what I'm saying?
I've been spending my day watching woke TikToks.
The best.
They're the best, but they also make me so angry. Like, they make no goddamn sense.
No.
They're sitting there trying to explain the pronouns and shit, and I'm like, you got a list of at least 80 plus things. I'm supposed to learn and adhere to that, and you're mad if I don't? You can go fuck yourself.
I mean,
you
I
can
think-
call me whatever you want. I'm not mad.
I think the idea is like there's just with the internet age, right? And like the TikTok and the fucking Instagram and the Facebook and the way we're connected these days as people and strangers, right? Like you're connected with your friends, but then you expand to these outer groups. I think people are just looking for, you know, they are looking for a sense of community, and when they find it, it's like
On TikTok?
okay. Well, no, I mean just internet in general. But like when it comes to the LGBTQ thing, like it's like they're all
just so radicalized. Like, you guys don't even make sense at this point.
I don't know. I think that's just people just trying to fight for their voice to be heard, and there's people who
No, like we
they
were talking to the
take it
bar
far,
with
they
other
take it
comics that I
far.
know, I won't name them. And he was like, the new thing at LGBTQ is 2S LGBT. I don't even know the numbers, letters, but 2S is 2 souls. So that means
Two spirit.
2 spirits in you. That's a religious idea. God hates you, all of you. I don't know why you're trying to bring spirits into this.
Well, no. So it goes back to like Native American stuff. It goes back to the idea of like, but there's always
Don't bother
been,
me.
There's always been trans people. There's always been gay people. It's always been a thing. But like I said, with the new ways of social media and the way things go viral, the way things are talked about, like in certain contexts, like
They've always existed, but I think that thing is starting to become cool.
yeah.
One of
Like,
the
now you're
fucking-
cool and hip if you're trans or a furry.
There's viralness, but there's also people who've just like they felt that certain way. They're coming. I have a lot of trans friends,
I have a lot of agreement with those people.
and I have a lot of gay friends and stuff too. So it's like being on your guys' show, I got to try to like represent.
I don't have any trans friends. I do have
One of
several
the
gay.
dumbest
several-
conversations
I
I've
have
ever
several
heard.
Like Jason Alexander. He's one of my good gay friends.
I think he's just gay.
He's one of my gay friends.
But one of the dumbest conversations I've ever heard was this gay dude and this lesbian chick, and they were like angry about more letters being added to it because they're like, oh, there's too much of this stuff now. They're trying to appropriate our thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you talking?
Well, that's the thing is I think there's it's been around a long time, and for a lot of people in a lot of generations, kind of up until this point, bi was kind of like
All
the word
inclusive.
that meant everything. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
bi kind of.
And why
included
was that not
everything.
good enough?
Yeah, but then you get trans, and trans
Like,
identity
straight's
is
good enough.
different.
Even if you take it up the ass, as long as it's not by a penis, you're still straight.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know.
A lot
at the same
gayer
time,
than I am.
Like,
I'm just saying, like, I feel like over time they've tried to bring the definitions to kind of be like, okay, this crowd of people is.
sure, but what do you think about this argument? There's a lot of the LGBT community, especially the trans side, starting to rail against lesbians because they don't want to have sex with trans women. They're like, look, I'm into biological women. If I wanted a dick, I wouldn't have been a lesbian.
I try to be as supportive as I can with all that, but
it gets confusing.
I don't understand. Like, so okay, you got. I have to just take a second because I've had a couple beers, but if you have a trans man, right?
Yep.
A woman who becomes a female.
A woman who becomes a male.
Male, right? And then
that's what the dick does when they
a male who becomes a female. And so what was that again? That the trans
community is starting to rail against lesbians because lesbians want to be with biological women, and they're saying they're transphobic because they don't want to be with men that became. I'm saying this in all really fucked up, non-political correct stuff.
They don't want to be with trans.
They don't want to be with trans women because they're like, I want basically a vagina, not even if you have a surgically altered one. Well, that's not the same thing.
Yeah, that's that whole idea of like, I don't know. That's
like the new terms now where you don't say male or female, you say. Is able to be pregnant, is able to menstruate, is able to produce sperm. Yeah. And it's like, we're getting really into the nitty gritty.
Where are you getting all this news from?
I don't know. I watch a lot of weird YouTube. Why do
you care?
I don't know why I'm so on this
train.
Cares?
I do.
You see my material? I canceled 4 minutes of my own material because it just was bombing. But then I watched his stuff and I'm like, but I'm not wrong. So
make it better.
I mean, I don't know. I have trans friends, and I think the thing they come at with comedy, because I've been talking to them, I've been telling them, I'm like, look, we need trans comics. I was like, we need trans comics. We need you to come out.
We need trans comics that are not woke.
Well, they could be.
You
woke,
can be
but
trans.
They could be funny.
No, you can't
but
be
the
woke.
whole. But the
can't.
whole
woke
thing
is the problem.
Well, and the thing too, and the whole thing with comedy, and the thing I'll get at even with Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle spent way entirely too much time on this topic.
You think so?
I think it is. I think he made the whole special about this. And
I completely disagree. You don't.
I mean, I think he did other things, but like going into this, and I feel like I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to, maybe for his audience, it was the first time certain people were hearing the terms like TERF and like actually understanding, because he actually had a trans friend and he was trying to make it happen. But I think a lot of it, like when the butt of the joke is actually their transness, that's what's offensive.
No, it's not to me, because that's funny. I mean, it's awkward to normal society, so why should we not poke fun of that? I can poke fun of him for being fat, me being fat, look at his shitty hair, I can make fun of that. That's fine, no one gives a fuck. I mean, pedophile mustache, no one gives a fuck. But I say your penis isn't a real penis because it was made, your vagina's not a real vagina because it was an inverted penis. Well, that's funny. That's funny. Well, there's a lot of funny there.
In the time I've spent now with comedy and what I understand about it is like, well, no, that's the thing. That's the thing too that I'm trying to explain to my trans friends too. Is like, look, the idea is not about this punch up or punch down. It's punching everywhere and punching yourself a lot of the times. But it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one is safe from a joke.
I did a show.
Like, no one is safe from
where
a
I did my trans bits, and I've retired them since because I want to make people happy. No, they're great, but I had someone in the audience. I didn't say, you think you're superior to them? I was like, no, and then they were fine because I don't think I'm better than them, but I do think what you're going through is hilarious, and we should be able to talk about it.
Oh man, you guys are gonna get me canceled.
I mean, that's like saying cancer. I can't say a cancer joke.
It's gonna be super fucking funny.
So, and that was the thing with Dave Chappelle, right? Like Dave Chappelle made.
Yeah, he's like the baby shot and killed a person.
No, like in Chappelle's show, there was a whole thing making fun of a kid with cancer.
Yeah,
there was a whole thing making fun of crackhead in the streets and wherever, like the crackhead character.
I mean, I'm gonna relate this to something that people can understand. My mom has been dying of cancer for 10 years now, which is way too long. Cancer needs to step up its game. 10 years, cancer needs to get better. But I make jokes about that. I have like 3 jokes about her dying. So if I can make jokes about that, I can make jokes about you not wanting to be your gender.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's the thing.
And they're jokes.
Well, and I try to explain to trans people too. Like, I think a lot of the people getting offended where I try to break the ice with them is, look, you're at a comedy show. If someone says something that offends you, fucking boo.
Yeah,
you are free to.
Boo or leave.
I mean,
you don't gotta stay.
No, I don't like the idea of walking. Don't let it ruin your night. You're here. You're having fun. You're out. Like other shit.
That's a good point.
If this wasn't for you, someone else. There's gonna be more shit down the line.
That's something I disagree when comedy clubs go no heckling. No, heckle me. Heckle me. Let you. I'll handle that shit. I've been doing it. I'm probably better than you, hopefully, or I'll bomb that night.
Well, no, and that's what I tell like people at my shows. I'm like fucking. You're free to boo. If someone crosses the line up here and says some shit you don't like. Fucking boo.
Yeah, that's great.
Boo me and then make you feel like a fucking total ignorant.
Because as a comic, what do? You're like, oh, now I must double down.
They might double down. And well, that's the
what I
thing
would
with
do.
comedy. And I was like, and I can't help that. But that's a whole thing going on right now, right?
But comedy is not
like-
my true feelings.
Like on the streets right now, that's what I hear is like in Denver, they don't like us. in
They
the Springs
hated me.
because you guys tell some of these jokes.
Yeah.
And you end up blacklisted and whatnot. But you come down
Kicked
to the
out of
Springs-
Blush and Blue.
But you come down to the Springs and you have like this variety of comics who are.
I think
crazy
it's
shit.
because
There's
it's
a
a
couple-
military-oriented town.
Conservative too. You get
That
people
too,
who, like,
but
think a certain way,
I think it's more military. And those guys are like, I'm fighting for freedom of speech. So I'm not going to cancel a motherfucker for saying something.
I'd made a fucking Afghan vet really fucking mad at me.
Wait, what was your joke? I know what it was. It was
The Afghan, like the 20 years of troops didn't do shit. Now we just need to start sending all our fat bitches over.
but it's a joke though. You don't
Yeah.
believe that. You don't think 600-pound life should be
Yeah,
our
but that guy
fucking
probably
military.
wasn't even listening to the punchline. He was just having flashbacks of watching all his friends die in his hands.
once you brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think, I don't know, this is going to be a very controversial take. That's why I think this whole trans and gay community existed. It's always existed. I think it's exploding because times are easy. Like food's easy to come by, water just comes out the sink.
I got an even better take.
What?
Kyle Rittenhouse wouldn't even had to go to trial if he just shot black people. So,
Jesus Christ.
you know, we're actually, the white people are getting oppressed here because now
What
we're
show
making
am
big
I on?
faces up.
Oh my God.
You want to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse? I've been watching that. I got some opinions
Fucking
about that.
white privilege is being trampled. Did
Okay,
you see my card?
no, you got it. What?
Someone gave this to me the other day.
Oh, Luke out here pulling out the surprises. What is this? What is this? Oh
White
my
privilege
god!
card trumps everything. And show that to the camera there.
I need that. I need one of those, just so people know.
It says, member since birth, good through death, card holder scot-free. And the back of it says, this card grants its bearer happiness and success because of the color of your skin, not the choices that you make that determine your abilities to be successful.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Where'd you get that?
Some dude gave it to me at a bar after I beat him at a game of pool.
Oh wow.
That's a good
I
win.
shot the
That's
eight
a good
ball in
win.
one hand and he's like, oh, fuck it, here you go.
That's awesome. Here's my take on Kyle Rittenhouse. I feel like he should have been not guilty on all charges. And I think the argument is if he was black, he would have been guilty on more charges, maybe not all. But I don't think that's right. So I don't want to punish Kyle Rittenhouse because he's not black. I think we need to equalize the justice system.
Well,
black people shouldn't be charged. Should be charged the same way he was.
I mean, I think.
And there's examples that show like black people are charged harsher. I get that, but I don't think that's right. Just because that's not right doesn't mean we need to make white people also get the not right verdict. We need to find a way where black people are treated equally in the justice system.
I gotta disagree, fam.
Tell me, what do you think?
So with Kyle Rittenhouse, that whole fucking thing.
It looked like self-defense to me.
Yeah, but at the same time, you went to a fucking protest, riots going on.
Don't care about that. You're American. You can free to do what you want.
Yeah, but
I have one issue with what he did.
But you brought guns, and I don't like that. I don't like this idea of showing up to protest.
If you're of
with guns.
age, I get it. No, he was showing up to looting, which you need a gun.
But was it really?
Yes, it definitely was looting.
Was it really looting?
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
and even if there was looting.
Now, it could have been agent provocateurs, Joe Rogan.
But no. That city's police department, those taxpayers, they pay for cops and people and stuff to be there. We don't pay for vigilantes to just show up with fucking AR-15s anywhere someone has a problem.
But
And
everybody loves
I don't
Batman.
agree with that. I don't.
But
agree
if you
with
have
that.
the right-
I fucking hate Batman.
If you have the right to carry the gun, so that's legal, which now he was too young. He shouldn't have had a gun. That's my whole issue with this.
Yeah, is he
That's my
shouldn't
whole issue. He should not have had a gun in the first place.
Yeah. Well, he should have been doing like that whole situation. Like we're gonna be fucking tough.
No, I
guys,
disagree.
and I'm not. For
I disagree.
that.
Let's ignore the fact that he's too young to have a gun.
I think it would have been a lot funner of a scenario if you had grenades.
Luke.
If they just had grenades.
Yeah, just lopping grenades into fucking.
Well, then he would have been prosecuted.
Have you ever shot a subtronic shell?
No.
Okay, so my buddy has a bunch of guns, and I was shooting guns at his house, and he got these subtronic 22 rounds. You don't hear the bullet go off. It's just the pin drops. It's like,
Oh.
I understand the Columbine.
Right.
Like, dude, that shit would just be so fucking.
Alienate our local audience, why don't
Who
you?
cares? Fuck them. All 50 people.
All 50.
off.
They're probably not even here. 3% Colorado.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm sorry. No, but
it's all good. But I don't agree. I don't agree with the Kyle. I just don't agree.
So you think he should have been found guilty? On what?
I should have been. Well, so a charge that was one of the charges that I think was dropped. He had a lot of murder charges and all that, but the one I think he should have got was the.
No, am I correct? He shot 2 people, right?
Yeah, but the idea of creating a panic. So I believe that first guy he shot, the guy who came after him or whatever, that's on video pretty clear.
Yeah.
I think that one.
They're both pretty
that one
clear.
Stuck. Well, however,
the first one hit him with a skateboard. Second one had a gun.
But when you run into a crowd of rioters and you've now shot a gun and you're the white guy with the fucking AR-15 running through a crowd, that's mass shooter to me. I'm like, dude,
that's racial profiling.
No, it's not. That's not mass shooter.
No, to me, if I hear gunshots and I see a fucking white kid coming down with, not just white kid, anyone with an AR-15 running down the block, like my instinct would be stop that motherfucker. That's a shooter. All I heard was gunshots. I don't know what happened down the street.
All I know is
you're gonna stop him. I would leave. I would run the fuck away. Fuck them.
No,
Luke, what's your take? This is gonna be funny.
All I know is if I hear sirens and a black guy running, someone got raped.
That's so
I just know,
random.
like if I heard gunshots and all of a sudden I see a kid running with a gun, I'm like, oh shit, this kid just shot up a place. And because I believe that first guy he
so
shot,
you're gonna run
shot
after him with a pistol. He has AR-15 or a skateboard.
But those
then you're
people-
stupid as fuck and should die.
Yeah, but
that's dumb.
No, but in their mind, it was like you were like that's like screaming fire in the movie theater, right? Like that's like you're at a protest. That's the worst place for some shit to go.
Okay,
down.
but he was being attacked. He didn't start shooting without anything.
But
he was being attacked.
But the guy with the skateboard and gun didn't know that. They were up the block. They had no clue. They just heard gunshots down the road.
So they're
All of a
attacking a
sudden-
guy with no information.
Yeah, well, you see a guy running with a gun, I'm gonna fucking hit him.
Oh, are you?
I'm not scared of guns.
I heard your jokes. You're a fast walker.
I am
Why
a
would you
fast
not walk
walker.
quickly in the
I
opposite
was-
direction?
I probably would, honestly.
I
To be
would
real,
too.
I would too.
I don't know
But
what's going on.
I-
Fuck that. I'm leaving.
I woke up in a mass shooting once. I was outside of
did I.
my house.
And what was your idea? I'm gonna go take this guy on, or I need to get the fuck out of here.
It was all over by the time I actually got up. I didn't know. I heard some
Well,
pops happening, and then like I went
Sleepy
back
Joe
to sleep.
Fucking
I was
musician
in my
comics.
apartment. I was in my apartment. And
Sleepy
it was really
Joe.
sad. Sleepy Joe. But I don't.
It took
I
me
don't
a
know.
second.
It's
That
not-
one's hilarious.
But that's the thing. That's the one thing I wish would have a charge that would have stuck would have been inciting a fucking creating a chaotic situation that freaked everyone
But the
out.
chaotic situation got created because people were threatening him.
Yeah, but one person in a block far away. Everyone else is just people on this block walking back and forth.
He didn't
They don't
shoot
know-
those people.
they
He
don't
shot
know-
the people coming at him. He was actually very careful with his shots.
I want to go on record saying that Kyle Rittenhouse is a pussy because he didn't blow his brains out after he was done.
God, that would have made him a hero,
Well,
right?
no, what's
He
crazy,
could have been a white hero.
No, but the crazy shit was
Could have
that
been the first person on White History Month.
God, he
that-
could have.
that-
Do we even have that?
No.
No.
every day is White History
Every
Month.
day. You're so woke.
Instead of Black History Month, every other day is White History Month.
What do you think about fat people? Do you
Fat
think people should be able to call fat people fat, or is that fat phobic?
I mean, you can say what you want about America's health system.
No, me and Luke are both fat. You're somewhat fat, asshole.
You guys are like chubby, but you're not.
The doctors call us obese, not
I've
chubby.
seen a lot worse.
I
I've
have
seen
the
a lot
blood
worse.
pressure of a 65-year-old man.
He's
with
like, you
bad
can
blood
walk.
pressure.
You're not
You're
that
not
bad.
that bad. Yeah, I've seen that show, and it's like until you're there, I don't think it's that bad.
Nah, it's pretty
Dude,
bad.
the last time I went to the doctor came in, read my sheet, and said, "Oh, there's lollipops out there."
I took the trash out the other day and was breathing hard. There's an issue with what I'm doing.
Yeah. I smoke cigarettes too. So
Yeah,
Dude,
same.
I smoke
Yeah.
cigarettes, cigars, I vape, nicotine pouches. Dude, this fucking homeless guy asked me for a cigarette the other day at that fucking Fillmore cross section.
Yeah.
That's all fucked up. And I was smoking my last one. It was my last one, and I felt like an asshole, or else I would have just given him one. But then I offered him pouches, and he scoffed at me. I was like, "Go die."
no,
Beggars
asshole."
can't be
No,
choosers, you homeless piece of
check,
shit.
Check this out. I was outside of Vultures a week ago, and I was just there. But this dude, we were
I gotta
outside
pee.
smoking. I was smoking, and this dude comes out. This dude's selling tools. He was trying to sell me a drill. He was like, "Hey man, you need a fucking drill on Platt." Just came up, and I was like, "Nah, I'm cool, man. I got my own tools. I work in construction. I got some shit. I know what's up." And I was like, and I don't have any cash. He's like, well, you could go to the ATM inside. And when they say when you can go to the ATM inside, I'm like, oh, okay, listen here, motherfucker. You're not going to inconvenience me.
Yeah.
You came walking looking for what we got. Now we are a card-based society. And I don't have it. So I'm sorry. And I don't want your drill. I think he was selling like a Roy Ball or one of the Ryobi, one of the lower end drills. And I was like, I don't even need that. I got Milwaukee's, man, and D-Walks.
You're a Milwaukee man, huh?
I got Milwaukee's. Yeah.
I don't know what I
got a good deal though. It was like there was this Christmas deal like 2 years ago over at Home Depot, and it was like a regular drill and the bigger drill.
Yeah.
For like 300, like it was like 270 or something.
I was listening. You're bougie as shit. Ryobi makes some quality products.
I used to have a really good drill until I moved into the comedy house, and then retard gay boy Jason lost it and doesn't remember losing it. And now I just can't find it. It's like I put all my tools in this cubby, and now the drill's gone.
I think it was on you for living in a comedy house.
Yeah.
Someone stole drills at a comedy house?
No, Jason.
They lost them because they're all fucked up. Comics are the least reliable. They're awesome. They're my favorite people.
You should see
the least reliable
wall
people.
He built.
Is it horrible?
Oh, that wall you guys did?
Awful.
You really should have called someone that can build
stuff. We were doing mushrooms the other day. I lemon teched them, so you take like half a gram of mushrooms and soak them in lemon juice for an hour, and it like activates the psilocybin in the mushrooms already, so they hit you like a fucking
it hits
truck.
Really hard.
Yeah, like I did not need to do more than a half a gram of these things.
Wow, that's not a lot.
I know. If you don't lemon tech your mushrooms, you're wasting your time and your money.
Okay.
And you deserve to be eaten alive.
You guys tried mushroom tea?
No.
I haven't, but I want to.
I got some shrooms at a show a while ago. They're still sitting in my drawer in our drawer at home. I got a buddy up in Denver. We were at
we're putting this out in the public.
No, sorry, but like I gotta I guess.
Sorry, Mom.
I gotta word this carefully.
I got a really good connector mushrooms.
You guys are interested from someone. Who
I think you're not a real comic unless you have a good connection for mushrooms.
You got to have one, right?
Well, no, this guy, but I've never done them. I've never done them because I've had so many people tell me weird shit, and I'm just like, I don't know. I like to smoke weed. I like to drink beer, and that's as hard as I've ever gone.
You ever done psychedelics?
No, not really. Well, so the thing was
mushrooms or acid? No. Musician?
Well, so I had a friend.
You're never gonna make it.
No, right after high school. Right after high school, like I was doing music shit. I had another buddy go off to college. He went off to college, and a good friend, like all through high school, man, we were close and friends, and completely normal dude. He got me one of my first jobs, and his first semester at college, he did some fucking hardcore shrooms, or I believe it was acid. It was some kind of tainted acid at some kind of party. But whatever that did set him off, and he went to the loony bin for like the last decade.
No shit.
Like, I mean, acid tripped me up for a while. I won't do acid again.
More dangerous than fucking mushrooms.
Yeah, I won't do acid again. I will do mushrooms, but acid, I've had some.
Well, that's the thing is
I've had the best days of my life and the worst days of my life on both of them. So it's just all about setting. I don't like do mushrooms to just party.
Setting's important.
Well, I think that was the thing. Was he was at some college party?
Yeah, you go fucking hiking and
acid
shit
and stuff, but it's also you like genetically. Sometimes that shit can.
No, I think
up like that. Was like that dude never recovered. You know?
Yeah, that happened.
Well, did he already have like shit that he had to deal with?
No.
Well, we also.
I'm
sure he was also not tested.
Was he on SSRIs or anything?
No, like he was like a kind of stoner kid, but like he was out of the stoner.
But I'm sure his acid was also not tested and could have been anything.
But out of the stoner kids, he was like the A+ dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the dude,
the loser as far as stoners go.
No, but like I mean, you know, he saved face for the rest of the stoners. It was like, oh, okay, he gets an A. Like fucking people know.
Yeah, and as soon as he does real stoner shit, he falls apart.
Yeah, it was what happened, but it was a real thing, and so, you know, seeing that happen to someone that scared the shit out of me. I was like, I'm never gonna do acid. I don't know what the fuck happened.
We just got to get like a test kit.
We got a test kit. Yeah, test.
You got to make sure shit's pure. That's the problem with illegal shit being illegal.
Especially like coke now too, man. Like coke's like, I've never done coke only because of the annoyance. I've done it a few times.
Here's my problem with it. Everyone I get coke from says I have the best coke. You can't all have the best coke. But everyone that sells it, oh my shit. My shit's so good.
From what I heard, the shit out here is garbage anyway.
It is garbage. It's all garbage. I've done a
it's
bunch of
scary.
it, and I've not liked it once.
No, well, what's scary is like
I say a bunch of it. I've done it like 5
this
times.
is like a month ago in LA. so like in LA.
Coming from you.
This is like a month ago, but in LA, like the comedy scene there, like the local comedy, the people grinding, noobs up there, they were all partying in LA.
Okay.
And they were partying at a house, and they all did some coke.
Talking about fentanyl?
Yeah, they all died. Everyone died in that same room.
Everybody but one died.
One died.
That's what scares the shit out of me. Is
That
I don't know if it's
one
I was
fentanyl
like,
or
you
not.
got to get your shit tested, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Or
fuck
if
with
you're gonna
that.
do
I don't
coke-
care. I'm not going to be judgmental about you doing coke. The only thing I don't like about coke is that when I hung out with people on coke, they were so annoying that I was like, I'm never. Gonna
They're
do
annoying
this
unless you
drug.
do it with them, and
Well,
then
no,
you guys
you're
are both
all
on the same
page.
level.
Yeah. But I was like, just seeing that, I was like,
I think if Kyle Rittenhouse was on coke, he would have gotten a much higher score.
And shot a few more people.
Here's
Here's the thing about coke, though. Like, I do it, and I'm worried, but every time I do it, it's with someone, and I'm like, you take a couple lines first.
see what happens.
Yeah, and if you're good, you're fatter than me or equal. So if you're good, I'm not looking at you for any. Not looking at you. Anyone.
good, then I'm
But
good, yeah.
we made eye contact. But no, if they're good, I'm like, you've done 3 lines, I can do 2, and as long as you're a line ahead of me, I'll know when you die because fentanyl's quick acting. So if you die, that's very
Fentanyl's
sad.
like 2
I lost a
hours.
friend.
I
Is
thought-
it?
Yeah, I thought.
Oh, then I think I might be wrong.
yeah, you're
I
a
thought it was
fucking
quick.
idiot.
So I could have been dead.
Yeah.
That was my test.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about coke. Like drugs like that.
So
like
maybe America
violence.
should sell tests.
Yeah, a lot more.
It doesn't got to be legal, but at least
They
there's
do
tests.
sell tests.
They do. They got.
Do
them.
they?
There's these kids. The college kids.
Are they expensive?
The drug
Expensive
legalization
enough.
kids.
Like,
I mean,
if it's more than $20,
What's the price of your life?
It's like
more than $20.
it's probably around $20. You could test like any.
With the amount of time I want to do it, that gets very expensive.
Yeah. But they have them. It's like, what is it? I forget the people's names, but the Drug Policy Alliance is a college crew that's been around for.
Oh, I thought you were talking about maps, but that's bigger than college.
Drug Policy Alliance. They go to like EDM shows and shit, and they're like selling tests to people at like a booth. Like, hey,
That
test
seems
your
important.
drugs, test your drugs.
We should just legalize it, though. Because
Dude,
if I
that's
go
a-
to the dentist and
Well,
get
'cause you gotta
Percocet,
have
I know
that-
it's Percocet.
Well, no, you got to have that from someone who cares on a level like Drug Policy Alliance. Like, you're not going to get that. Like, the city and the state's not.
So
gonna
our
be
problem
like,
is
"Here we are."
80-year-olds are running the country,
Yeah.
and they don't know what we need to do. Because
Kyle
right now,
Rittenhouse for president 2024.
Kyle Rittenhouse for president 2024.
I don't think he legally qualifies for another.
I don't think he's old
15
enough
years,
yet.
yeah,
But
yeah.
goddamn, if he
Fuck it,
was.
let's change
yeah.
the law.
I think you got to be like 35 to be president.
This man's got to be in charge
This-
tomorrow. Not today.
Hot
tomorrow.
take: Kyle Rittenhouse 2024.
I don't agree.
No, you don't
He
like
wants-
him?
No, he wants to be a
It's
cop.
It's fine.
Fuck
Vote
that.
on it.
But he shot white guys, so that's the point in his bucket, right?
Yeah, I guess. But
I guess.
Black Lives Matter should be fucking rallying behind this dude.
They really should. They should be all over it.
I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. I gotta pee so bad. Can I?
Yeah, go pee.
I
Take a
had to
break,
pee
you guys-
super
you guys-
bad. And
You guys
then-
both go pee. I'll keep
Where's
it going.
the?
No, you won't.
Where's
It's
the?
right over there.
Straight into the left.
You should take a shit. There's a bidet.
There is a bidet. It leaks. But we got towel under it at this point. So Kyle Rittenhouse 2024. That's my guy now. Like Joe Exotic. At a point, I was like, Joe Exotic should be president. But I think Kyle's the new Joe.
Dude, I'm just going to keep nailing this Kyle Rittenhouse stuff because he does not know what to say.
Oh, it's hilarious. No, he doesn't. No. He's way more woke than we are.
I thought it was funny because he's wearing a green hoodie. And
Oh, he's
last-
going to look like our back screen.
Yeah, whenever I watched the last episode, like my Zippo was red. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I realized that,
It was green.
yeah.
That's hilarious. What do
So
you
like you can move it around.
What do you think his stance on vaccines is?
Oh, no, I mean, look at him.
He's pro.
He still has a bandana on.
God, but people that used to look like dirty band guys
Yeah.
used to be the most anti-woke. What's happening? I don't even know what his stance is, but we'll get it when he comes back.
No, I mean, I guarantee you he's all for vax.
You think so?
Who fucking cares? It's boring.
I care.
Well, be more interesting, okay?
I think.
We have a podcast to run, you piece of
I
shit.
mean, I feel like we've been shitting on each other pretty well, which is entertaining. I think our podcast, the whole basis, is shitting on other people's thoughts. I think that's kind of the idea. I got to
Shitty
restart the
thoughts.
camera.
The Shitty Thoughts podcast.
Keep people talking.
You got to restart the camera. We've been going for like 50 minutes. What do you mean you got to restart it? Did we just lose?
We're at 26, so in 4 minutes it'll stop.
Oh, okay. Why does that say 48?
Because I started it late.
So we don't have the first.
No, the audio here doesn't matter. This is just backup. All the audio is actually in the camera. Oh, this is an interesting podcast. People love to know how I work the board.
Yeah. I mean, a lot more than they care about.
So you got fired from a forklift job.
Yeah.
Explain how that happened. You said it was a long story, but I would like to hear it.
So I got the new job. Worked there for a week and a half. I was spotting something, and I was making sure that it didn't break something.
Spotting
else.
something. What was he driving?
A massive ass forklift.
Okay, been there. I've done those jobs.
Yeah, and we were carrying a bundle of granite. So it was like 7 slabs of massive ass, like as big as this wall granite. And I was making sure, because we go up a ramp, and then there's like a fucking garage door that you don't want to smash into. So I was watching that, and then it hit something else. It hit the forklift, and then it was this whole fucking ordeal. And they sent me home.
And the whole ordeal. Explain to me how that happened. Take your headphones off. Let me get through.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole ordeal. What is the, like, it hit the wall? Like, what did this granite do?
The granite hit the forklift and almost fell out and killed me. And then
You got fired because it almost killed you.
no. I got fired because the boss was driving and it was the driver's fault. So they fired.
So you were spotting him well. He just wasn't listening.
No, he was listening. I just told him what to do, like, as it was happening.
I guess I see that.
Who fucking cares?
All right, now that Joe's back,
Jobs are fucking gay.
what's your take on vaccines?
I think if Kyle Rittenhouse
Let him
would have
finish,
shot
then we'll do
jobs,
this.
then
If what?
I think Kyle Rittenhouse just should have shot a bunch of jobs.
Just a bunch of forklift drivers?
That might be a hate crime, though, because jobs are gay as fuck.
He should have burnt down that abandoned car lot he was
I love your connection.
protecting.
All right, so what's your take on vaccines, Joe? We were talking about this.
Love 'em.
What?
Fucking love
Oh, we knew it. That's what we guessed.
I love them.
You think everyone should get vaccinated?
I think being able to.
I got a lot of Joe Rogan opinions on this.
Yeah, let's
great.
let's.
But no, well, vaccination, I guess, depends. So, when I was 18 to 24 years old, I worked at a nursing home.
Everyone be quiet. 1 second. I'm sorry. Oh, never mind. Can you continue? I just thought I heard some dead air.
I
Yeah,
worked in a nursing home, right? So I had to do vaccines all the fucking time for everything.
So old people should get vaccines.
Well, no. Well, if you're working around them and if you're in a building around them, that's where I was at in my life. So the terms quarantine, all this stuff, I heard about all the time back then
Okay.
in like
But
07,
here's my
08.
problem. I want old people to die.
Yeah, well, that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucked up. 'cause
Is it
we need
fucked
their-
up?
Yeah, well, we need their money. And the real thing about this whole thing, too, man, is like people were like, oh, they just want to kill us off, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, no, they want you to live so much because they want your money. They want you to live so much because they want your money.
I feel like
Your
you're
tax
going in
dollars.
extremes in both positions.
I just think, look, like I took vaccines all the time working in medical, and that was what I had to do to keep my job at the time.
Okay, but those vaccines were created with
Those
how
were
much
like-
time?
Those were like flu vaccines. Well, there was a few
Years,
different ones.
years. They were
Yeah.
created in years,
Well,
not
there was-
fucking
there was-
months.
there was the swine flu back in like 09, 2010. That one, the vaccine that year was kind
Did
of
we have a
new.
vaccine? We didn't have a vaccine for the swine flu. We had a
had a-
upgraded vaccine for the flu.
They did something new that year for that vaccine. and I
But it was
remember we
still
all
a
had to take
traditional vaccine.
I still didn't get it.
Me
it.
neither.
I got them all the time. So for me, it wasn't a big deal, this whole idea of take the vaccine.
So because they forced you to get the vaccine and you agreed, it's not a big deal?
I mean, I guess
Oh,
I
What about now? People are talking about giving young people vaccines, and they have a higher chance of issues with myocarditis as opposed to issues with COVID. So they should get it
well, the problem
just to save other people who are old and dying.
the problem with America is we have a society where we don't have a good child care system. We don't have a good so a lot of the stuff. What I'm getting at is a lot of times like grandparents end up taking care of kids, right? Right, and so if a lot of grandparents,
So
are
maybe
taking
they
care of
shouldn't
kids-
because COVID is going around.
Well, no, because grandparents are taking care of these kids, and so the kids can freely. Yeah, COVID might not kill the kid. The kid could shake off COVID pretty good, but the kid might give it to grandma.
So grandma shouldn't be around the kid.
Grandma,
We shouldn't close
Grandma
schools.
probably
However-
needs to die.
Grandma probably.
Grandma
I mean,
probably grew up
we-
saying
we-
the N word in public.
we do not have. Well, the
I
thing
mean,
is-
she
the thing-
did.
The thing about
But-
well, so there's studies that show that like,
Grandma's pussy's been dry for 20 years.
oh, you're so good at making
She's
the
not
comedy.
even happy.
Well, there's
She doesn't want to live.
I told you he makes the comedy. I make the point.
She just likes making other people. The only reason she wants to be alive is because she knows that she's important again for some reason.
Yeah, and watching
can
kids
ruin
makes her
your
bored.
day.
Well,
Ruining my day makes Grandma fucking happy.
Yeah, well,
Grandma needs to go.
grandkids or grandparents are part of the care system for children in America.
So instead of-
like, that's just
What
where we
care
are.
system?
Like, there's nothing we can do. Well, there's just so many parents that work and stuff.
All right, so instead of quarantining
quarantining
everybody, maybe we need to say grandparents don't watch the young kids. Old people
What we need to do is throw old people, put like stars on their shoulder or something, so you can tell
like
if they're,
Jews,
65
yeah,
or older, then
and
throw
kill
them-
them all.
No, and then
If we just kill them now,
and
they
just,
can't
like,
get
throw
it.
them
No.
into a camp and like
No.
whenever they
We
go
need their
take
money. We
showers
need-
or something, we spray a little bit of COVID on them. At a
I
time.
completely disagree
Just
with
like
you.
the
Need 'em spending-
what's that
need 'em
movie?
spending money.
The
Squid Games? I don't know what you're talking
no,
about.
not Squid Games. The guy like poisons himself a little bit every day so that he becomes impervious to.
I've never seen that. I've seen snake people do
it's
that.
It's like the classic. It's not. My name is Sequoia Montana. You killed my father.
Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride.
Yeah,
Okay.
Never seen that.
My name
I
is
was thinking
Inigo
of A Knight's Tale,
Montoya, who
but
killed
yeah,
my
no.
father.
So we just need to put these grandparents into like the showers or something, spray them with a little bit of COVID every day, and then they'll build a tolerance to it.
No, what I've noticed is only old people and people with comorbidities die. So those people don't get around young kids and stay at home.
So-
Everyone else go to fucking work. The chicken market's fucked.
Well, the idea of
Wings are $200
Yeah.
a case at this point.
Yeah. Okay, China.
I like
Okay,
eating
China.
wings.
the idea
You can close down the bars. You can close down everything. You fucking pieces of shit took away breakfast all day at McDonald's. I've wanted that nothing more than like my entire life. All
Nah,
I
that's a
wanted
problem.
was sausage,
That's
egg,
a
and
problem.
cheese at 4 p.m. whenever I wake up because I'm a piece of shit.
I love the
And we had that for like maybe a year, and then the Chinese took it away from us.
I mean, they're trying to weaken the American spirit.
Well, no.
And they know that starts in the Egg McMuffin. That's
stars in the egg. And that's
Egg
how you were
McMuffin-
gonna do it. Yeah.
An egg McMuffin is the red, white, and blue. Of
you take
breakfast.
that out, America's dead.
Yeah, I agree. I have to fucking pay taxes, and
This
I
is
can't get
stupid.
a sausage, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, right. And taxes is
fuck?
high.
Yeah. Where's the tax?
Like, I get paid really shitty right now, but if tax wasn't taken out, I'd be really comfortable. I'd be living good.
taxes.
So-
They take that part.
McDonald's
of,
and
part of your
COVID's
check.
ruining
Yeah,
America.
yeah. And taxes.
And TikTok, because that's a Chinese fucking program.
Yeah. But there's a lot
TikTok
of
is
American-
COVID.
Here's what I've
Don't get
noticed.
me wrong.
TikTok shows a lot. It's viral. TikTok.
That's stupid.
You remember when they were gonna shut down TikTok? They were gonna like shut down TikTok. Like Trump was all like, "We're gonna fucking
Yeah.
actually shut it down." And
They
I was like,
should've.
"That is crazy.
Lord Emperor Trump.
We're letting
I mean,
a Chinese
I don't know.
company, which analysts have looked at it and know they're recording all of our shit.
Yeah,
we
but-
let a Chinese company in? Fuck that.
Yeah, but
Hey,
like,
remember when
Facebook and Instagram, they're American, but they know just as much, if not more.
But
And
they're
not-
American.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them any less
no, they're
more
They're
trustable.
all pieces of shit.
They're all
doesn't
pieces of
make
shit,
them
but
any
some are
more
more than others.
And I'm going to promote this show on Facebook and Instagram.
Right? Let's put more content onto your thing.
But no,
We're going to get so canceled on
oh, God.
Facebook.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
Not me.
My episode is so bad for me.
Yeah. I can't show this to anyone.
By the way, all our
No,
episodes
I
are
always-
pretty
I-
like
I
this.
defended what I was. I was different on a lot of things you guys were for.
No, you defended it. For
I'm
sure.
not for anything.
But no,
I just think
but back,
cower
back
in the
to
house
the, back
is
to
a
the
god.
vaccine thing
And
though.
they need to
Like,
rid-
that's-
Yeah,
that's
let's
what-
back to the vaccine.
Back to the vaccine thing. That's what all I was getting at was the like I don't know this idea that the vaccine's new, that this one's really that
It's new. It is new.
No, mRNA's been around since like '83.
No.
Yeah, no, they've been studying it a long
But
time.
we've never used it on
tested-
humans.
Yeah, it was just the right place, right time for
There's
this whole
many
situation.
studies that work on gerbils that kill human. That's
I don't know, man.
common.
I was just ready
All
to
right, Joey Rogues Jr.
smack it up, smack it up,
oh my.
smack it up. I was
By
like,
the way,
ready to
your
take
joke
whatever-
about loving needles.
Yeah. But that's what I do. So it's
You look
it's
like you love needles.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know you're
So
not
it
into
works
that.
really good.
But you're
I'm
like,
not.
I love it. Yeah.
No, that helps breaks the edge.
Now, when you say
out of
needles,
that
I
whole-
assume heroin.
Well,
But
exactly. Well, that's what I had to
you're
do.
like anything that points.
Well, that
to
was
me.
it. Mike Hammock roasted me once with that, and it fucking killed. And I was
Oh,
like,
he did? I remember
I'm
that.
stealing that. I was like, I'm stealing that for myself, and that's how I did it.
That's how
because
that
every time I
happens.
talk about the vaccine,
Joke thief. No,
Hey,
I'm
if
kidding.
it's a
I'm
roast,
kidding.
you own it. If you're a roast, you can steal it. If it's a roast on you, you can
I feel
steal
like
it.
you made it your own. You've made it your own.
Yeah, and if you take it, but like that's the thing. You talk about vaccines, it's like crowd can get kind of polarized, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, and a lot of times I'm trying to have good fun because I got people like, yeah, and
Yeah, and your take is I like the
are you-
vaccine. Why? Because I like needles.
Yeah.
So it's a whole
great-
different take.
If someone told me they got the vaccine because they're addicted to needles, I'd be like, oh, I understand.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Really
It's so
good time. It's
that's
a really good time.
I don't know all your bits. Personally, I think that's
have
one
a
of your
few.
best.
Yeah,
I think that's one of your
that's
best.
the intro. I got to work on like some new intros, but
Yeah.
that one's working right now because of the times we're in.
Yeah,
like
which I hate writing jokes like that because they're so like timed. Like within a
Dude,
year,
I-
that joke will be gone.
I wrote the best fucking George Floyd joke ever, and I waited too long to do it because I was scared to do it.
I don't.
But it's such.
I want to hear it, but do you want to put it out on the
No,
cast?
I'll tell it to you guys after.
Okay, you tell me after.
but
It is so good.
Uninspired George Floyd joke. I've wrote at least 3. I've never said any of them. I just don't.
Well, they're probably expired now too,
They're probably expired.
just like George Floyd.
what kind of crazy shit did I sign up for?
In Kyle Ritten's house.
Hey, you've been looking
Kyle-
forward to
Kyle-
this
Kyle-
for months.
I was just looking forward to coming in here and. having a
You
good
signed
time.
up for some bullshit.
Yeah. Got me Kyle Rittenhouse talking about the trans friends. I got trans friends though, and that's
do I.
But I want to.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Name them. No, I'm
I've
kidding.
been inviting them though. I've been telling them though. I was like, look, man, like either you should come up with your own shit and come hit the mics, get in here and like tell people how you feel, or like, you know,
Robin
be a part of
Tran?
this be a part of this situation.
Robin
Hey,
Tran is
one
one of
of
my
the
favorite
shooters.
comedians. I love her. Maybe not one of my favorites, but I do think she's clever. I don't know. They're clever. Robin Trans, she's a popular comic. She's very clever, and the way she comes about shit's funny. Like she said once, like I used to be like an ugly Asian guy, but now that transitions, I'm just an ugly Asian woman. And
That's amazing that their name is.
Robin Tran,
Robin
yeah.
Trans.
How lucky did you get? You got lucky in 2021.
Wasn't
They're probably bullied into it.
well,
You think so? No, their last name's Tran. Oh,
But there's a lot.
Oh,
of,
I see what
there's
you're saying.
But Tran's a very popular Asian
Tran is an Asian name.
Yeah, there's a lot like Tran and
I thought it was trans.
So the Tran,
trams.
T-R-A-M.
Tram. Oh, M with the M.
In
like
in with
they
an
were
N.
in the trams and they masturbate in public and stuff. I've seen the videos.
No, I think it's more trans, like where like I'm not gonna go into it.
Grab me one of those shooters.
What? I only have one left.
I don't care.
No, fuck you. This is my last one.
So what do we have?
If I had 2, I'd give you one.
God
We're
damn
at like an
it.
hour.
I fucking
hour
drove you
one
to the
already,
liquor
yeah.
store.
Yeah, we're at hour
How
1.
dare you?
We could wrap it anytime you guys want, but I feel like this is prolific.
No, we've
It's
been-
prolific. Never look at me like that again.
Fine. It's-
prolific. This is prolific.
Have you
good.
heard what I've been saying?
Prolific.
Yeah.
I-
Kyle Rittenhouse should have shot more. Shot black people.
Yeah, you should have shot black people because then it wouldn't even had to go to fucking the Supreme Court.
If he shot black
Did
people,
though,
he'd been
he
in
did
jail.
though. But like, did you guys watch the trial though? Did you see that judge though he had? That motherfucker was crazy.
Dude, no, he was great.
He was great. He was crazy. He was all like fucking singing songs to him and shit. Like
I didn't hear that.
Oh, he
The
was-
part I heard was the prosecution brought to him like, well, when he arrested you, you didn't say anything, and that's a problem. And then the the judge goes, yeah, that's the Fifth Amendment right, is to not
say anything. Yeah,
admit
incriminate.
your own
Yeah,
guilt.
yeah.
You can all get criminal guilt. So that made sense to me. I was like, yeah, his being silenced does not make him, criminal.
No,
You're
I-
allowed to be silenced. It's part of American judicial
I
system.
feel like prosecution had to try really hard with that case. I mean, so the idea is like it all finally rested on.
I mean, what are you really charging him for? I guess shooting people, and then you got to say, did the reason he shot those people was that exonerated? Like, was that justified?
The biggest problem I had though is the whole thing of like I don't think it's cool. Like, yeah, Yeah, you might have been in self-defense in
Comfy.
those couple situations, but like,
But he didn't shoot anyone in the uncomfy situations.
yeah. So like,
I
he
agree,
didn't go
he
on a shooting rampage.
No, I agree. He shouldn't have had that gun at that point. I completely agree. But because he did, well, it might have saved his life. Or he wouldn't have been in that position if he hadn't had a gun.
Yeah.
So those are the two arguments, right?
I mean, yeah. I guess I don't know. It's a fucked up thing. I just think like he shouldn't have been there in the first place. The whole
I
thing.
think like that
he's-
first guy, Kyle Rittenhouse, shot.
The first guy,
His life was a lot like.
That guy was like making proud. of
I wanted a whistle noise. I was really expecting the slide whistle because he died. All right, he didn't feel my vibe.
You just started pointing at me.
Yeah, 'cause all you do is slide whistle and joke.
It was over here.
That's cool. I was
And
like,
then you just started pointing
all
at me.
I should have done too. My bad.
Get better fucking cues.
We'll get that together. This is a work in progress. This is.
No, it's
Oh,
nice.
now it's
It was a
over
good
because I
time.
made fun of George Floyd.
That's true. Now you're racist.
I have freckles. I can't be racist.
It's a joke you have. Okay.
Can we instead of having a burp mic, have a counter for how many times Joe went like this?
Just like,
Oh no, we
head,
need
like, oh my
we need
God.
an eyebrow rub counter. All right, so we're getting to the end of this. Joe Bruno, is there anything you want to say to the people? Your opinion, your place. What do you think? Really?
my band has a new album out. False Report. You can find it on Spotify. And I'm at Threes every Wednesday. One of the regulars on the show.
Three's Comedy
turned
Club,
into-
the most
dude.
premier comedy club in Colorado
Dude,
Springs.
it's turned into like a tourist attraction. I was telling Eric this a while ago, but I've
getting
noticed
there.
that. Like, you notice that? Like,
Yeah.
like the crowd is different every week.
Yeah, which
Like,
is super nice. When I go to other mics,
you could do your
it's
same
like you've
shit.
heard my goddamn joke.
Yeah, exactly. But like
Yeah.
on this one, it's like, well, I can keep fucking with this.
Yeah, we
same
get new
shit
people coming
because
in.
it's like there's new people all the time. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
say,
nice.
like, hey, is it your first time in the house? Half the fucking place is like, ooh.
But I want to say the same thing. 3 E's, Loonies, Oscar Blues, Oscar Oyster House.
Vultures. Everyone
Vultures.
Vultures now.
Black
Vultures is
Sheep.
going to be sick. The Roast of Thad B, December 9th.
December
Roast
9th.
that
Have Vultures.
December 9th. So come out and support us, you 50 people. We love you. Come
Especially
love
the
us.
Germans. I heard we're killing in Germany.
We are actually killing in Germany.
They're
which is
probably
crazy.
going to love my joke about old people.
Isn't that
So,
nuts that Germany's like these guys? That's nuts.
I'm German. You're probably German.
I'm a little German.
Yeah.
You look German too, Joe.
You look the most German out of all of us.
We're just all so white. I don't. Because there's no way I'd look at either and go African.
I want to start making jokes about how I'm a mixed comic, but it's just like, oh, I'm German, Swedish, and you guys would never guessed I'm fucking.
You can try, but Russell has the best joke about that.
Yeah, he does.
I'm Moroccan. Where my brothers at?
Yeah.
That's so good. Shout out to Russell Keller. Go watch his comedy.
Yeah, he's
Go watch his episode of the fucking Big Fellas podcast.
Yeah, watch that. Watch
good
Joe
one.
Bruno. Watch his band, False Report.
And the comics were all
and, you know,
doing
keep
things.
up with Luke.
Oh,
He's
that's the
interesting.
That's the thing. I want to.
And he'll be here every week.
I want to
Or
do.
2 or 4.
Here's my idea. I want to do the roast battle over at Looney's.
I want to do the lowest battle too. I'm so good at
But
roasting.
I want to do compliments.
What?
Yeah, honey roast them.
I'm gonna come with a list of compliments. I'm just gonna say nice things to them while they say mean things.
That's unique, but
It'd be
I've been
different.
writing
It'd
roast
set the
jokes,
tone. It'd be
and I'm
different.
just shitting on people.
Well, that's all it is, right?
Yeah,
What
I-
if you had a list of nice things?
I'm a
Honest.
one-liner guy, so shitting on people is easy. Like,
I'm gonna make Luso cry. I told her that.
you gotta roast
You guys go
Luso.
Yeah.
together?
Oh,
Are you guys-
Luso,
are you
I'm
guys
gonna
go
apologize
one-on-one?
right now.
What?
Are you guys gonna go one-on-one?
No, it's
One-on-one?
the Vultures.
Oh, at Vulture?
She's on
Oh,
the
with
Vulture
that?
show.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wait for the roast. God, I was gonna be
Wait,
on that.
so
I
wait, I
had
thought it was a
I had
roast of
10
Thad.
jokes on you, 4 jokes on Lou, several jokes on Marcus, and like 20 on Thad, and I can't make it.
So is everyone roasting each other?
I've already written these
guess-
Yeah, everybody. It's gonna be like a Comedy Central roast.
Okay.
Fucking Teacot said he's only gonna roast me and Thad because he doesn't want to be mean. Like, well, you're on a fucking roast show there, bud.
What a pussy.
Now's the time to be mean.
Yeah.
Hey, before you go on the roast, come here. I can't go, so take a few of my jokes.
Oh, we'll see.
I have a few of them that are smashing.
I
They're
operate
really
at
good.
a higher frequency than you do. So.
I'm funnier. No, but I got a really good jokes that at least 4 that I want to get out there. and I can't go, so you can say them.
All right. I'll look at them,
They're
fix
fine.
them, tweak them.
Fix them, tweak them. Same exactly as the arcs. They're perfect. At least two of them. At least two of them are.
I'm just going to freestyle riff on Joe Cruz about how much he likes fat bitches.
When Thad told me I had to roast you, I was like, oh, this guy's fucked. I know Luke.
You've been fucking
look at his
writing roast
body.
jokes for me for like the past 5 months.
Yeah, since you told me you did a roast. So I got a lot of inventory on roasting you.
I didn't even think about you yet.
That makes me very sad.
It's going to be easy.
Easy.
Alcoholic.
You got
Doesn't
that.
care about his relationship with his girlfriend or
That's
child.
that's not true.
Doesn't care about his dog.
That's true.
Drinks too much.
That's true.
He's not
God.
good at sharing.
Damn, that
I'm
dog.
good at sharing.
Oh, yeah? Where's that shooter at?
I get him one.
It was earlier before the liquor store run.
God damn it.
That dog is passed out. That's funny.
Yeah, no, she's the laziest piece of shit. She's almost lazier than Luke. Like, she's up there.
This dog fucking loves me.
Yeah.
Anytime I like order food drunkenly fucking hungover or whatever on the couch, I'll get like a shit ton of burritos from Taco Bell and I'll just give her like one to my every two.
Feed
All right.
the
It
dog.
upsets Jesse how much his dog likes me.
It does upset me. I
Sure,
want to
feed
fuck
the
her,
dog.
but he does. So
All right, that has been the Big Fellas Podcast.
that's it for the big fellas. Thanks for watching. We're gonna go eat.